Hey guys, welcome back. So continuing where we left off, we were talking about maps, right, in the standard template library. So I made a little picture about what I told you last time about the key and the value, right? So this is a very simplified version of the map, but obviously, but basically there's a key that corresponds to value, and you look up by the key, you get the value. So as you see in this case, Bob, Jack, and Jill and 1, 2, 3 are relatively the same speed, but imagine the value being um, like pi to the 1 millionth digit. So lookup by values or copying by values or anything like that is um, not going to be that quick. And even if value is like a 50-digit number that you have to operate with and do stuff with, uh, it also this links to hash tables and all of those cool stuff. So let's go back to our my map, and we've done quite a couple of things here, right? We've learned how to use iterators with maps. We've inserted by using an iterator, and so, well, we don't need this for now because our map's small. So let's make a really quick database lookup program, and let's see. We can use. We won't use fstream. We'll just keep the database here, right? And so we declared this, and our database is going to be, let's see, map1. Oops, my map1 is equal to Christian. My map2, Alex. My map4, oops, is equal to Carta. I don't know. I ran out of ideas. So here's our database, very simple database. And instead of making it an int database, let's make it a character database. And this is going to be A. Alright. Oops, say we drag this here, then we drag this here, and this is gonna be, and Bob's gonna be here. Christian will drag down here, and he won't be Christian, he'll be Fahy, Faher, whatever. And this is gonna be B, it's gonna be C, it's gonna be F, it's gonna be K, oops, K, and this is going to be R. Alright? So instead of int here, we'll just use character. And once again, we'll get the same thing, except as you see now we get my map A, my map B, C, F, K, R. Alex, Bob, Charlie, Faher, Carter, Richard. And so that was easy, we just changed the type. So now we say cout, oops, please enter a name, right, or a letter, and we'll just do declare quick char uin for user input, cin uin, and let's just skip a line, and now we'll cout of my map dot find, that's actually an iterator, so dot find uin. And so since it returns an iterator, right, if it was found, dot second. And since we don't want our program to crash, right, second, because second holds the value of the actual the first one holds the key, you know, and the second one holds the value. So since we don't want it to crash, we say if mymap.find uin is not equal to map end. So if this, let's see, map end, maybe it's map.end. My map is not equal to map, oops, that's my map probably. So please enter letter, and we'll just say F. And see, it brings up Faher in this case, because it made lookup by character, and the find function is really useful. So it will find something by the key. So, and let's try it. Let's see if it crashes if we put something else in. Say we put in Q. See, then it doesn't bring up anything because Q is not in there. But let's see what happens if we take out the if statement. Maybe nothing will happen. Maybe something will happen. So let's enter Q again. And it gave us some random answer that might have been located at point Q. Basically, it gave us a bunch of junk. That's why you need the if statement to check if we actually found it. Because if we didn't find it, it will return the mymap.end iterator, which is one past the last element. So it will basically tell us that it's not there and return some junk. So we don't want the junk. We only want it in case it found it. So once again, let's fool around with it a little bit more. And let's R, we get Richard. So basically I gave you most of the information you need now to go ahead and figure out the rest on your own. Let's see, what haven't we covered? Perhaps, oops. Let's go. This is the reference. Empty size, we all know this from vectors, right? Insert, erase, swap. Swap is kind of useless. Key comp, value comp. I should mention, right, if we're using classes, say class X, then you'd probably int A, int B. And you'd probably want to write a quick compare function. Something like x a x b return. Let's see, what will the compare function do? Trying to figure out return x. And let's make this public, just so we don't have to bother with it. Return x dot a plus x dot b. Oops. If the sum of a and b of type a dot a plus a dot b, being stupid today, is greater than b dot a plus b dot b. So if so, we return a, otherwise we return b. And this is just a short notation for the if, for a lot of if statements. So now we can do the same thing, but we just pass in our compare function, and it should work. Because if C++ doesn't know about our class, we need to specify a compare function, and the compare function goes after after the last specification. So you would say compare. So I'm running out of time again, guys. So if let's see. So that's mostly it, I guess, and see you next time.